Good day, everyone. This is Rich from A3 Sky Warrior. Today we're going to get to this ore finally. It looks like it has some good pyrites in it, iron ore, and looks like there is some little sulfur in there. So let's get this thing cracking and smashing, and hope we find some for reporters. Rooted Rockhound. Alrighty, let's get this thing started. Alright, we're back from smacking a little bit. I don't have that much ore to go through or whatever, so I just have a hand smasher you see that I made up at work. I just wrapped the material up in here and give it a few smacks. So, you know, I have my safety glasses on, but you still don't want it flying everywhere and losing everything. Only, like I said, the only bad thing is get a little bit of that to clean up, but makes the mess a lot manageable. So let's start getting this thing classified and putting the hand crusher that I made. All right, we're back at my little crushing station. Like I think I said before, I don't tend to go through that much ore or rocks to crush, so for me it's not affordable to go ahead and buy one of those fancy rock crushers. There are some out there at a pretty good price, but I just can't afford it right now. And this thing was free. You've probably seen on Brian's Indiana Creek Gold. It's simple. All I did was get a scrap piece of pipe, piece of rebar, piece of stock, and welded it on there pretty crudely. I cleaned it out as much as I can. Brian added this little scraper to try to clean out any rocks that was still in there. And I just usually use I don't bump the camera here. I just use a piece of metal. I put those little grooves in there so I can turn it and whatnot. All you have to do is just stick the ore in there, and you can smack with a hammer if you want, but the weight of this is pretty sufficient to smack it. So let's go ahead and get that going. You can see only bad thing with that rag was see little pieces of that rag, but that should come off all right. Also, I looked at some of this to see if there was any golden quartz I can see visibly, and I didn't find any. So let's take a couple pieces. Not too much, of course, it doesn't. And simply just start running it. Yeah, it's all noisy, but I just give a couple smacks, and I don't know if you can see in there, most of the material's out. And I just keep going until everything's pretty fine. Just keep on classifying and smacking. Just take a little bit of time compared to those things you hook up to your grinder or whatnot, but it's not that bad actually, especially if you don't have that much material. So let me keep going here and get to the next step. All right, y'all, we're back. It did take a while. Looks like I missed a little piece right there. One thing I wanted to, of course, my lighting is bad again. You can see the camera. One thing I wanted to say about this way of crushing. Yeah, it does take a long time. And it's kind of tedious and loud and all that happy stuff. But the thing I learned from Brian Carson's Kelly Green is actually, it's a good thing, because when you put it in a mechanical crusher, yeah, it crushes really great and quick. But the problem is you can't go through it like, you know, stepping down and check for some nice quartz and gold specimens. And this way you can go through it and pick out a nice specimen. Yeah, if you all want to, if you go back to my Carson's Kelly Green video, when I crushed that up, I did find some nice little specimens. So it turned out pretty good. Get this going. Might have to fix my lighting here. I didn't really see anything going through this like I did with the Kelly Green, but it might have a little silver in here too. I don't know if mistakenly silver ore, or maybe that place had both. So let's see how this goes. And of course I took away my my dump off bucket. And you can see the little pieces of thread left over from when I put that rag over it, but it's no big deal. You can see it comes right off. And another thing, point I want to make, if I haven't made it already, of course, like I said, it takes a long time, but if you take the time and pre-crush it down as far as you can, it saves a lot of time also. Also, maybe get a chance to see if you find any good specimens in there. Of course, I'm going through this pretty quick, but I do find anything, I'll clean it all up and I'll go through it again in the toolbox and send it back to Fortress. And maybe a little more here. Well, let's see how this goes. A little bit of mica in here. Ooh, it's really fine gold in here. Let me bring it back a little more. Really fine flower gold. I don't know if you can see that or not. So there is a little bit of gold in here. It's probably whoever collected this is probably what the miners didn't want, because it didn't have, you know, not worth it for them to go through that process to just for a little bit of shiny. But if I find something a little bit better, I'll bring you guys back, and if not, I'll just keep on going and head to the cleanup. All right, guys. All right, y'all. Fortunately, it didn't tip the scale any. Very fine flower gold. Of course, it didn't tip the scale any. Nope. Well, thanks, Chris, over at Fortress Rudy Rockhound. Excuse me, can't talk. Of course, the miners tested this, and wasn't worth their while, so they left that ore behind and someone grabbed it. Best thing I should have done was actually weighed out the material before I crushed it. And then, of course, if I did find anything, you can get a good idea of how much gold's in there per ton. I guess that's what they do. I'm going to save this to see if there's any silver in it. Ask Mrs. Warrior if I can. I found a clearanced out, really cheap propane furnace to melt silver and gold. So hopefully I'll get that for my birthday. And okay, on deck is LXR. And of course, then we got the occasional outlaw. But I appreciate the chance, Chris. Everyone go check out his channel. He does some gold, but mostly does rocks, lap work, and a bunch of other stuff. So you all have a safe 4th of July. I'll be working Monday and Tuesday, unfortunately. So if you all on vacation or whatever, have a safe weekend and a great holiday. Take care and stay blessed.